From the WJAY studios in Oviedo, Florida, it's season 2 of Wipe Those Tears! With our tier masters, our statistician Brandon Bogard, the Mario Man Mark Leota, AVGN expert Gianni Pizzi, the Retro Arcade Boy Scott Seffy McVeigh, and our timekeeper Andrew Hocking. Your host and moderator is Jason DeCanio. All right, welcome everybody to the show. It's another episode of Wipe Those Tears, episode 4. Already, the man with the sound effects is already starting up, and what? It's hot there. Every week is and I see that we have a special from our statistician. This is the camera. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's going to be like that the whole show or what? No. You're
Yeah.
Good timing for me.
Yeah, right? Exactly. Very good timing. Well, gentlemen, it is March 19th, 2025. Hope you had a fantastic St. Patrick's Day, St. Patrick's Week all time. And I think St. Joseph's Day is coming up pretty soon as well, too.
Yeah.
I also have a bit of a correction I need to make because I made a statement last week and it was incorrect. So I want to correct it. I mentioned something about Jim Henson passing in 1990 when we was talking about that in 1990. Well, he didn't pass on March 16th. He passed away on May 16th.
Ah, there we go.
So I want to apologize for getting the dates wrong. And if anybody was going to, try to kind of correct me on it, that's fine. I do appreciate it. I did look it up, and he died in May, not March. And poor guy.
Well, you got to correct it just in time.
Yeah, so I want to kind of just say that I want to apologize for giving the wrong information on the man's passing on the wrong date. And I looked it up, and I was like, son of a gun, I was wrong. It was May 16th, 1990.
All right.
I had the 16 right, but I didn't have the month right. So
you got the year and the day right, Jason. You only got the wrong month, but you're corrected on that. I'm glad you're corrected on that one.
Yep. So that's what I wanted to pass on before we begin any stuff here tonight. Also, too, gentlemen, we're going to be playing a new segment in our breaks, top 10 envelopes.
All right.
And what you're going to be doing is on the top 10, the one who gives me the closest on the top 10 will win that round. Okay. So our statistician will keep track of who wins those top 10s on the weeks that we play it. Something new. We'll do it in rotation, of course, with our other 4 who, what, where, and hard ass,
Right.
We've added a little new segment to that. I want to show you, of course, the banner. This is what the banner looks like to the top 10. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get started here. Yeah.
The rules.
Also, too, I want to I want to mention that Scott I'm glad everything's back to normal where you are. I'm glad you're safe.
I am. Yeah. Just to let everyone know, there was power outages for a good chunk of the state of Kansas today. So, yeah.
Is this late for March?
Can be, but I have seen later than this in the past. So
Oh,
yeah.
okay. All right. Well, glad you're safe and glad you're here with us tonight.
Mhm.
All right, gentlemen, let's go ahead with the rules of White Nose Spears. Okay, we're getting closer and closer to the end of these NES games. We're in the S's, and you know what's going to happen. Andrew's going to give you 2 minutes. You'll grade all the games via your cover art, playability. I'll give you a little description. You grade from 50 to 100, and once your score is in, you cannot change it. Of course, you can ask around, and of course, Brandon Bogart will give you cover art pictures in the private chat if you need them as well. Okay? Mr. Leota, where are you?
Right over here.
Yeah. And of course, and anybody who got their time reached 0, you get this sound, of course. You got that.
All right. And he's going to be on the ball tonight with the timer, I know. All
Always do, always will.
right, let's open up the board, guys, and get ready. Here we go. Okay. Love that sound effect. Okay.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah, we're starting off with the Simpsons trilogy tonight. First off, good job on it. Let's see what we have for our first game. Oh, this one I think is from the Simpsons. Looks like it's the
Bart
Simpsons.
versus the Space
Bart.
Mutants.
Yes.
The first
Bart-
one.
Okay, Bartman versus
No, Bart versus the Space Mutants.
Space Mutants. Okay, thank you. All right, by Imagineering and Acclaim. Oh, Acclaim, Gianni.
Oh yeah.
February 1991. Yes, this is the first based on the animated television series The Simpsons, and it was ported to almost every console. It was published by Acclaim, Ocean Software on the computers, and developed by Imagineering and Art Developments. The player controls Bart Simpson through the 5 levels as he tries to ruin the aliens' plan to take over the world. Video game critics have given Bart versus the Space Mutants mixed reviews, with criticism directed at the difficulty of the game, partly caused by restricted controls. Ooh. Yeah. No one likes a restricted control at any point.
Yeah.
The game was a bestseller. It sold 1 million copies at $40 each. And the reviews for this game, 66 out of 100. Okay. Another one gave it a B rating. Another one, 92 out of 100. Okay, 91 out of 100. There was so many mixed reviews and so many critics, but that's pretty good. Okay, so our first man up on the chopping block here is Brandon Bogart.
It's interesting how we're starting with The Simpsons, and last night I actually watched The Simpsons movie.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty ironic.
Yeah, right. I think you were boning up for a little practice round there.
But yeah, so far, looking at Bart, he's holding that wow, it's pretty scary spray bottle.
Mm-hmm.
A little very threatening thing. And it looks like everybody in The Simpsons is doing their own thing while getting attacked by aliens. I'm going to give it a 74.
A 74. Okay. That's the first one up on the list. 74. All right. We got that. Now we go to Mr. Hockey Puck himself, Andrew Hockey.
So I like The Simpsons, and a little bit of trivia on that one. The Simpsons premiere on December 17th, 1989.
Week before Christmas Eve.
Wow.
Exactly. So, and I like the cover, and that spray thing that Bart Simpson's holding on there, Brandon, that was a can of spray paint.
Mm.
Okay, then.
Red spray paint. Red, and he's also wearing this 3D glasses. Like, I couldn't see in these.
Just 3D
And it's
glasses.
already the ranch, of course. So,
Sunglasses?
yes, but it's got little spiral things on the lens. That's why.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So for that, I will give this one.
Oh, wow. A perfect score. You got it. Wow, 100 for Andrew Hocking. I think you're keeping up on your streak there of generous ratings, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Mark Leota, you're up with Bart versus the Space Mutants.
Yeah, well, a lot of these Simpsons games on the NES were, including this one, were definitely pretty hard. I know that.
Mm-hmm.
But the Simpsons is one of the best franchises, basically television. But it's hard to believe that, like, all these years later, like 35 years later, whatever it is, it's still going strong.
Yep.
And of course, who doesn't love Bart Simpson?
I know, right?
So, you know what? I don't really see any flaws with this. 100.
A double up. Oh, you got it. And we give you 100 there. Okay. All right, Johnny. What do you say about this one?
All right, I have heard of this one, and I will say I know that the AVGN has played this one. James, he did a whole, and he actually, as you know, Bart had that thing he would say, "Eat my shorts." He actually ate his own shorts.
Yes.
AVGN ate his own shorts when he talked about this.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Or that. Oh.
Well, now we know where James gets his craziness from. Huh?
Yeah.
Part of it.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm looking at. I'm gonna give it 76.
76. Okay. All right. Okay, Scott, you're up with Bart versus the Space Mutants.
Yeah, I actually remember playing this many years ago. This is hard as heck, especially that very first level, because you had to figure out exactly how to get rid of all that purple stuff there. And after that, then it's not as difficult, though.
Mhm.
And let's just be honest, a lot of Simpsons games were good, but the best Simpsons game never came to the NES. We're talking about the arcade title from Konami.
Oh yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, I was wondering what that one was missing. That's the one that's in the arcades today.
Yeah.
Retro.
Exactly. Yeah, there's a reason, and of course, the big reason is, since Acclaim got the license for the Simpsons, nobody never got a chance to bring it out except for maybe one platform that was like the PC.
Okay.
Years later, it eventually came out to like PlayStation 3 and Xbox, 360, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Overall, I still think this is an interesting title, but because of the difficulty and let's just be honest, the idea that you get the theme song playing over and over and over and over, and a lot of things that just didn't make a lot of sense.
It's
a 70.
70. Oh, wow. Okay.
I gotta stop doing that. The Simpsons theme song. That's why.
All right. 200s. I got a couple of C's in there. All right. I've only played that arcade game once a couple times, and it is very difficult. But I never played any of the Simpsons games because I don't. I'm one of those guys that saw it in the beginning, but then lost total interest. I lost all interest in it. Never watched the repeats, and I'd rather watch King of the Hill for that matter. I'd rather watch. I like that series better than The Simpsons. Of course, King of the Hill was only on for about 5 years, and then they cut it.
13.
13? Oh, I thought they.
Ooh, there you go.
King of the Hill is all along, you think.
I know, and I miss it very much. I would, I love the concept. So in this case, the cover art to me is typical Simpsons on this one, and I'm gonna have to go. I'll double up with Scott and say 70. Yep, double up, my friend. Big 70. Okay. All right, we have our scores. Well, that was fast for the 6 of us there. Let's go ahead and average it out. All right, this is actually going in the B tier. I can't believe it. Cannot believe it's going in the B tier. 81.6. Right there.
Okay.
Whoops, right there. Yep. B tier. Another B for you guys. Wow. Yep. All right. Okay. Let's go to the next game. All right, this is Bart versus the World. Ooh. Okay. All right, let me give you the lowdown on this one here. December 1991 by the same companies, Imagineering and Acclaim. And in this one, the player controls Bart as he travels around the world on a scavenger hunt while facing against Mr. Burns' family and agents. The game has received mixed reviews from critics. Yeah. This one was mixed on the reviews. GamePro gave the NES version an 80 out of 100. Another one, All Games, Brett Allen was a little more negative. He gave the NES version 2.5 out of 5 stars. Another one, the Dutch magazine Power Unlimited, Game Gear version, 70 out of 100. So you can see there was a lot of mixed feelings about this one compared to the first one. Okay, we'll start off this time with Andrew Hocking.
All right, so another Simpsons game. I look at the cover. Let's say, why is Homer's face on a Sphinx in Egypt? Can you see it? Can you see it? Anyway, so I love the cover, and of course they have all over. They have North Pole, Egypt, China, and of course Hollywood, of course. So for that, I will give another.
Wow. Another 100 for Andrew Hocking. Wow. But it doesn't do no good when the rest of us give it 70s there, Andrew.
Oh, I won't mind that. I won't mind that.
I had to shut you down on that one because I said to myself, till the cows turn blue and it wouldn't matter. Okay, Mark, you're up with Bart versus the World.
I wonder if they really mean Bart versus the whole world or maybe just his street. I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
But anyways, despite the high difficulty for this, like I said, you gotta love Bart Simpson, so perfect 100.
Ah, there it is. He doubles up with the Andrew and gets another 100. That's 200. Okay. All right, Johnny, will you make it another 100 for you?
Well, we'll see. I do know this is another one that AVGN has played.
Mm-hmm.
And he even mentioned, like how Bart versus World, but there really isn't that much of the world to cover. And then after that, that was the part when he ate his shorts.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm looking at it. Looks
My
like
shorts.
a poorly designed version of some of the characters. Like, there's not much detail to Bart's head or whatever. I don't know which one came first and all that.
This is the sniper.
Yeah, I can tell that because I'm looking at the graphics. I don't feel like it's designed very well, and I'm not gonna give it 100 on this one. I'm gonna give it 69.
Oh, the first D of the night. Okay. All right, Scott. How about for the World?
If I gave it a 70 to the previous one, this one's actually is a worse title.
Huh.
So you know what? Double up with Gianni, a 69.
Oh.
All right, 269. Yep. Okay. And now we go back to Brandon Bogard.
I looked at it all, and I don't quite really mind. I mean, we all know Bart. He's not the type that always does good. I watched the movie. There was a part in the movie where he held the bomb. So, of course, he's gonna. I mean, yeah, he might do good good, but generally for himself worthy, he likes trouble. Although I don't see any issue with that. Interestingly, I see Marge ice skating in the front cover.
Oh,
He's in the zone. I don't know what it's called, but yeah,
yoga. It's yoga.
Yoga. And my favorite Simpson, Maggie, the movie star.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
That's what I'm talking about. So with that said, I'm gonna still give it a pass in 75.
75. Okay.
That's Scott special.
Yeah, it's a Scott score. All right.
Yeah.
Well, I tell you, I don't like the cover art anymore. Bart looks like he's just freaking out. That smile doesn't really show any heroism at all. It more looks like he's a sinister character in this game, but yet he's going against the world. It kind of just, So with that, I will double up with Scott and Gianni and go with 69. Yeah. Low score there. Yeah. Okay. Got our 6 scores, and let's see what we have. Oh boy. Yeah. It's going in the B tier, but it barely got to the B's. 80.3. Wow.
Because I'll tell you why, Jason. Because Mark and I were the only one who got the perfect hundreds. That's why we say that it'll go to the C's or the D's or the D's.
That's true. Yeah. Well, like I said, it's very much a difference of opinion on the games.
Yeah.
You're going to see that during the rest of the S's. So we have time for one more before we go to break. So let's go ahead and look at it, and that's Bartman.
It's
now this one's
Bartman meets Radioactive Man.
Yep. All right. And this one was, of course, by Imagineering and acclaimed December 1992. And let's see. Yep. It received negative reviews from the critics, with criticism being directed at the gameplay control again. Side-scrolling. And it was ported to Nintendo and Game Gear. Let's see what the reception was. Yeah. In February 94, the GamePro magazine gave it a 2.5 out of 5. Game Players gave it a 44 out of 100. That's even lower than us. Jeez. Nintendo magazine was inferior to Krusty's Funhouse and gave it a score of 73 out of 100. OneUp.com editor Bob Mackey reviewed the game in OneUp's official retro gaming blog, and he said he wrote, Bart still has that same awful inconsistent jumping from his first NES game. Really, this game is somewhat interesting if the developers used the Radioactive Man character to parody existing comics and comic errors as they did in the show. Wow. Yeah. Another one gave it a 70 out of 100. So again, just like us here, mixed critics, mixed ratings. Yep. All right. We start with you, Mark, on this final one, Bartman versus Radioactive Man.
Radioactive Man. I guess the superhero there.
Mm-hmm.
I know they had a Radioactive Man movie, like in the actual series, but that episode, of course, wasn't until later on. All right. Well, another perfect score for me, 100.
Wow. I'm telling you. Okay. The Canadian boys like their Simpsons very much. Very good, man, Mark. All right, Johnny, you're up with Bartman.
This one, I of all the other games, I have not heard of this one. And I don't think AVGN touched on this when he did this series.
Yeah.
But a Bartman, huh? Superhero or whatever. I guess Homer is Radioactive Man or whatever.
Oh, I didn't know that.
looks like Homer. I don't know if it might not be Homer, but it looks a little different when you see it on the title screen.
Yeah.
But this might be one of those very obscure games, it looks like. I'm going to give it 71.
71. Oh, okay. That's a passing grade there. So we have a 71. Okay, Scott.
This is trash. Okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, like I said, if critics don't like it, it is bad. It's like I said, this is of course, even though I've never really tried this one, I can tell it's a stinker if it didn't really do that well.
5-0. 50.
Oh,
You know,
man.
it's Scott. I kind of agree with you on when they always say the television show is always better than the game, just like James said it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Never. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Right.
exactly.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Got that 50 for you. Brandon Bogard, you're up.
I'm afraid, unlike the other two, this is kind of the first low there. Because of the front cover, I'm seeing like two characters, a crab, and whatever the heck that is on the bottom left. I have no idea what those are. I'm afraid this is gonna have to get a 69.
69.
Another one. Another 69. Oh, my goodness.
My special there, huh, Mr. Beauregard?
Yeah. The 69 special. Okay, Andrew, are you going to give us another 100, or are you going to shock us and give us something else here? I don't know.
Well, before I do that, I better look at the cover first. And for the record, Brandon Bogart, the one on the bottom left, I think is Fire Monster, throwing fireballs, of course.
Oh, come on.
Yeah. I look at the cover very carefully, and it is a monster who throws fireballs, of course.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So for the other part, Jason, you think I will give another perfect 100? Well, guess what?
He will. He doubles up, and perfect 100 for Andrew Hocking. Okay. Now, I got to be honest with you guys. I do like Bartman very much. I had a Bartman T-shirt when I was a kid growing up.
Oh.
The probably only thing that I enjoyed of The Simpsons was Bartman. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, never played the game. And I think my cousin had maybe more of The Simpsons games than anything else because he watched it religiously on Sunday night. No, I don't like the cover art at all. I think it just shows too much yellow in the background. I mean, Bart's yellow. How much yellow can you put in there with a green and think that you can get away with it? It looks like a Halloween episode because of the orange characters.
Oh, yeah,
Well, they have a Halloween series called The Treehouse of Horror. So
okay.
They have so many. They got so many of that every year.
Yep.
yeah, definitely.
I'm going to give it a 65.
Oh,
But yeah, as long as there's a new season, you always have to expect a Halloween episode.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, but only in October. Only in October. That's why.
Yep. All right, let's average it out, guys. Here we go. Ooh. Oops, this one is actually going in the C tier. Yep.
Score?
75.8.
Little pass on the Scott special.
Yeah, exactly. Yep. All right. Wow, what was that?
That's a pit out.
Oh, that's the Scott special. Oh,
yeah. When it comes out averages at 75, I played that.
Okay.
Like that for Scott. That's why.
Okay,
All
thank
right.
you.
We've got an intermission coming up right now, and we're going to play top 10. Yay. Right, I'll close the board so that way we can all get involved here. All right, the first top 10 of the night. You are going to name types of books most people have at your home.
Ooh.
All right. Okay, there are 10 of them on this list. And if you happen to not give one that's on the list, you'll get a buzzer like this. Okay. And whoever gives me the number one answer will win this top 10. All right. Okay. So we'll start with Brandon Bogart in this case, but we'll go the way we usually do. So give me a type of book that most people have at their home.
It's an interesting one, but I'm gonna try Cat in the Hat.
No, that's too broad. We just need we don't need a title of a book. We just need a book, a specific book that you would have at your house.
A type of book.
A type of book, yes, but not a title. There really is no title in here.
I don't get it. What the heck?
Do you know anything? You know anyone of the?
I thought I gave. I didn't. Did I give you a title? I thought I gave you a book.
No, I didn't hear anything except Cat in the Hat, and that's a title. I don't need a title, guys. I need a general book. That's what I'm looking for.
What's going on here?
What do you mean? What's going on? We hear you good, unless you can't hear us back.
Okay, you know what? Somebody else answer just so I get a better idea.
Okay, we'll pass on it, and we'll go to Andrew. Andrew, can you give me a type of book you would have at your home?
Okay, this will be a very easy one, and I'm going to show and tell. Hold that thought.
Oh boy.
I know.
You ready for this? Jason, I hope it's on the top of on every list.
Well, the Bible. Okay, it's number 4, actually. You got
Okay.
it. We got you. All right, that is the number 4 answer. All right, very good. Scott, can you give me the number? Can you give me a type of book most people have at home?
I would think that in your kitchen you probably would have a cookbook.
You got
Ooh.
it, sir.
Right.
You got it. That's it. Number 1. Congratulations. It stops right there. Statistician, please make sure that Scott gets that point for top 10. Nicely going. Let me give you the rest of them. Because this is pretty much where they went. We're looking for a dictionary
Oh, dictionary.
and a phone book,
Oh yeah.
home improvement book, address book.
So
Okay.
wait a minute. Are phone books like even really necessary anymore with the way everything's online these days?
That's what it was
People
years
use phone
ago.
books, but actually, like a regular phone book that you had, not the yellow pages, but an actual phone book that you keep phone numbers in. If you still have a rotary dial phone or a touchtone phone,
Right.
Oh, so like to call like family and friends or whatever.
or to keep and an address book is also in there too. A phone book and an address book could be the same, but in this case, they're separate.
Uh-huh.
Then you have a medical reference book, your checkbook if you still write checks,
Oh yeah.
That's
an
fine.
encyclopedia, and an atlas. Yes,
The book. Oh, the book of maps, of course.
that's right. All right, so Scott got that first one. Nice
Mhm.
job,
Thank you.
I'm glad I guessed the Bible. That's all it takes.
Mr. Timekeeper. Who won in this half hour?
Okay, Mark got the first one,
Okay,
but on the other two it goes to Mr. Scott, of course, who got the top 10 one, got it right. Got 2 of them,
Mhm.
and for that is for Scott. They got the 2. That's why.
All right, very good. And that's how we play the top 10, guys. As Scott McVeigh gets that first one. Good job.
Okay. Thank you guys for giving me more of an idea. I
Yeah.
had no idea.
I'll let
That's
you know how specific you have to be when it comes to that. If you give something that's a little bit off, I'll try to steer you in the right direction. I don't want to let you go too far out. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
thank you.
okay.
Brent, you can still say a children's book. That's a specific title. That's
But
that's
he
a
would have been wrong
specific
with
one.
that one, though. But that's okay. At least he would have gave an answer on it.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Back to the game here, or back to our ratings, as they say.
Yep.
Quarter number 2, as I like to say.
Yeah.
And before we get to halftime, as they are. All right. We finished The Simpsons, thank God. Now we go into the series of Skate or Die. And I think this is the third one. It looks like, yeah. Let's see. No, this is Ski or Die. It's Ski or Die.
I think did we go over Skate or Die yet?
No,
Actually, no, it's on there.
Skate or Die 2, actually. I'm sorry. Skate or Die 2. Ski or Die is after Skate or Die, the first one. All right. Skate or Die 2.
Yeah.
Search for Double Trouble by Electronic Arts, EA, September 1990. Interesting for a title for the EA games. Unlike the original, this was developed by Konami and published by their Ultra Games subsidiary. The sequel was developed internally and published by EA themselves, serving as their second and last self-published NES games following the immortal Skate or Die 2. Is well known for successfully using digitized vocals and electric guitar in the opening theme. The characters, you got the hero, he's unnamed. You have CJ, Rodney, Lester, and Ice Pick. Yep. And let's see if there was any. And this is Double Trouble, which I guess is the half pipe Double Trouble.
Double Trouble.
Double Trouble. Yeah, like Carmen San Diego. Yeah. There was no other receptions on the games. Okay. So that gives you a little bit of looking at that. So we'll start this fourth one here with Gianni with Skate or Die 2.
Yep. I have heard of this one. Actually, I haven't heard of Skate or Die, the first one. I've not really heard of the second one, but
yeah,
definitely. I think Skate or Die is one of the classic ones. I've never really played it. Not sure how it works. I know AVGN has talked about the first one, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But I do like what I'm seeing, some of the half pipe, whatever, the ramp or whatever you see. I'm going to give this one, let's see, 81.
81?
Yeah,
Okay.
81. 81.
81. All right. Okay, Scott, Skate or Die 2.
Okay. Like I said, I've never really played these games though, and they're okay though. For side scrollers and all that. There, hopefully you know what you're doing better, pretty well though. But I will have to admit, one thing that always made me think why it was looking at the skate shop owner Rodney. I mean, he looked like freaking Rodney Dangerfield here.
Smoke weed every day.
Yeah. Overall, the series ain't bad. 80.
80, okay. And that's actually a 1-up for Gianni because he had 81. All right. I'll put that in there. Okay, both 80 and 81 are in the system there. Brandon Bogard, we go to you with Skate or Die 2.
Now, apparently there's a story, from what I can tell on the back cover.
Mm-hmm.
We have a couple of gangsters, or as they're called on the back cover, Ice Picks.
Ice Picks, yep. It's one of the characters.
Wow. Ice Picks? What the Then, not only that on the front cover, the guys, he's skateboarding at the. Is that supposed to be a mall?
Wow, I didn't know you added that one in there too, Andrew. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Glad you did. Thank you.
Yeah. Freaking out.
So I'm gonna have to give this like a 71. I'm afraid.
71. All right.
How much time did I have left on that one?
43 seconds. 43 seconds.
You really milked that one there, Bogart. Okay, Mr. Hawking, you're up with Skater Die 2.
So I've never heard of this game. I look at the cover and I thought, okay, he's skateboarding, but he's almost gonna fall down. And that is. There we go. so I'm gonna definitely dub it up from the Kingdom, New Jersey.
Double up. Okay. Doubling up with an 81. Okay. All right. Mark Leota, you are up with Skater Die 2.
Okay. Well, I have played the original Skater Die,
Mm-hmm.
but not its sequel.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not too bad of a game for like skateboarding. Excuse me.
Yeah.
But if you're not a skateboarder, which and I kind of fit that criteria, then yeah, it's gonna be a bit more difficult.
Mm.
I'm going to give this a 76.
76. Okay. We got that. All right. I was going through that one fast.
Yeah.
The only one I attempted to play was the first one, so I didn't even know there was a sequel. I think I knew there was a sequel, but I never, nobody I knew played it as much as they played the original one. And I tried Skater Die, and there's something you have to do in order to stay on the ledge. You have to really manipulate your controller to get those maximum points. I don't skateboard anyway, so if you're a skateboarder, yeah, you will like this game more than any of us out there that attempt to try it. Cover art wise, it stinks, as the critic would say. $60.
Oh, and that is.
Yeah. All right, let's average it out here and see what we have for an overall score. Oh, okay. All right, 74.8. Going in the seats here.
And that is a close one. I do this. That was close on that one.
Yeah. All right. Let's go now to the original. Here we go. And the original Skater Die was by Konami, Ultra Games, Palcom Software, December 1988, 2 years before the sequel. Yep. And they ported it to the Commodore 64, the Apple II, MS-DOS, the Amstrad CPC, etc. You know, they ported it a lot of places. Young Min Chao reviewed the game for Computer Gaming World and wrote that Skater Die is an enjoyable game for teenage bored freaks who cannot get enough radical action on the cement or over-the-hill adults who don't want to risk their lives and limbs to experience the simulated thrill of this action sport. Wow. And wouldn't you know it, as good as their sequel, this one sold over 100,000 copies between its release date and at the end of the NES era. And in 1988, Dragon, number 132 by Hartley, Patricia, and Kirk Lesser, in the row of Computer's column, they gave it 2 out of 5 stars, despite it selling over 100,000 copies. Seffi, you're up with this one. Yeah.
Well, like I said, if I was kind of uncertain about the sequel, the first one, similar though, almost same first, but Give it my special.
75. You got it. The 75 special. Yep. Okay. Bogart, you're up.
Gameplay images on the back cover. I'm assuming this is supposed to be part of the story. And that's why on the fourth bottom gameplay image, we see some kind of old dude who looks like he's drunk.
Oh!
And unfortunately,
Yeah.
and
I don't have one
unfortunately,
for drunk.
it seems like kind of starting, not by much. Really, that guy, the old dude, he looks like he's like.
That was easy.
It was very.
I'll give you that.
Okay. Either way, still looks a little better though. I'm gonna give it a 76.
76. Okay. That's good. All right. Let's get that in there. 76. One up, in fact. Wow. Gee whiz. I wasn't paying attention on that. There we go. Mr. Hawking, you're up with Skate or Die.
So, once again, another game I never heard before. And I look at the cover, okay, so this, and you could be right, Jason, this game is always perfect for teenagers, of course. You're absolutely right on that one.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, the last time I scored this number, I will definitely do it again. I will get this on it once again.
81. All right. We got that. And in there. Okay. Mark, we're up.
Okay.
Skate or Die.
Yeah, like I mentioned like a minute ago, this I have played a little bit. Not that much of it, but it is kind of a bit of a difficult game. I believe I do have it, but yeah, I believe I do have it, but anyways, I'm going to give this I'll give it a 71.
71. All right.
All right.
Got it.
Let's see if I have this.
Yeah, 71. Whoa. Trip. All right, Gianni.
All right, Skate or Die. This is definitely a classic. I know AVGN, I think, has mentioned this game.
Yep.
And I know about it. I've seen the cover art, never played it, but AVGN mentioned it. I've seen that one guy on the cover. I don't know who he is, but he's like the Mohawk guy, whoever that is.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he has a name, but seen that before. I'm going to give it 90.
90. Your first
Whoa, Taco Bell time.
And yeah, I do have it.
You do have it. Oh, wow. There he goes.
Hey, there you go.
I have a feeling that Mr. Leota has quite an NES collection, and I hope that he shares it with us before we finish this series. That would be really nice. Yes, thank you.
Well, bear in mind, I don't have like all 700 NES games.
And on that happy note, yeah.
Well, it's kind of hard to get, especially when it comes to
still
NES.
NES games, but I do have a decent amount of them. I think like 50 or something.
50, my gosh. You even had more than what I had in my original collection. Son of a gun.
Okay. All right, Jason, what do you say about this game?
What do I say? Pew! That's what I say. It stinks. I hate
Oh.
it. Hate it. I'd rather go and yeah, I'd rather do that. 50.
Ow!
Say about this game except yeah. Tried it, like I said, I did try to be fair. I played it at my cousin's house and I failed miserably at it. And I was like, never again. Mm-mm.
But the question is, what is our average going to be this time with all our scores?
Here we go. don't want to move. 73.8. Let's see. All right. Got a couple of B's and some C's, but nothing else out of the ordinary.
Nothing yet in the A's, nothing yet in our A tiers yet.
Nope. And now we go to a kind of like what we call a knockoff of Skate or Die 2. Skate or Die? Ski or Die.
Oh.
That's what you want to call add insult to injury, you know? But here we go. Konami. Johnny.
Yeah, Konami.
Again.
This was February 1991 after Skate or Die 2. Yeah, this was also ported, and it consists of 5 mini games which can be played individually or in a set sequentially. And 6 players can compete against each other via the hot seat in 4 of the mini games, and the semi-hot seat in 1 of them, up to 2 players at a time. You know, I'm interested in to note that maybe the NES Satellite would be great for this one with the up to 4 players. You know, I believe. Could be right about that. According
That
to
was
this,
easy.
yeah, the mini games are half pipe, snowboarding, inflatable sled racing, aerial skiing, downhill skiing, and snowball fights. Hey, snowball fights!
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
The shopkeeper was represented by Rodney Dangerfield. Oh my God! Really? Of all the people to freaking pick to put on a game, why do we have to put Rodney Dangerfield on that don't?
Are you?
I like Rodney Dangerfield, but I could just not see him on an NES game. And well, all right, we go back to the top of the order, and this time we go to Brandon Bogart. Oh my!
Oh my goodness!
Something's brewing in that head of his.
Yeah.
This don't look like any good skiing game.
Yeah, I bet.
And you look at, and on the back cover, at the top right, the first gameplay image you see.
Mm-hmm.
This guy is waving like this, and his eyes are like fully wide open, and his pupils are shrunk. You know. You know what it's like? Oh, where is it? Okay. Where's that smoke weed thing?
Smoke weed every day.
There we go. We can hear it now.
Yeah, that's what he looks like. That's what he looks like. It looks like he was doing exactly that.
Yeah.
He died. Yeah.
I'd like to imagine that he died. Yeah.
Right. Well, it's ski or die, you know.
I'm afraid I'm gonna have to give it a 55.
Oh man, an F. Okay.
Well, Brandon, Mr. Bogart, you got 38 seconds left.
All right, but you're up, Andrew. So reset the clock and give us a good, interesting scenario.
Yeah, I agree with Brandon on that one because this one is not a good game for that one. That is that. So for that, yeah, thank you, Jason, for that one. For that, I agree with Mr. Bogart on this one. I'm going to get this one a very low score. Not very worse.
You know what? That was good, Andrew, but we might want to work on that a little more.
Yeah. Hey, I have over 20 sounds on my soundboard. Okay.
I know. We could just work a little more on the bleep.
Yeah, stay after for a meeting there, Mr. Hawking, and actually we'll tune you up. All right, let's go to Mark Lee.
That was easy.
On Ski or Die. Oh my gosh.
Oh yes, the Skate or Die knockoff. This one I have not played.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even own this, but I guess it's pretty much a copy and paste of Skate or Die, except with skis instead of skateboards.
Right.
Even in those days, developers were what we call lazy. So because of that, I am unfortunately going to have to give this one a 62.
62. Hey, we have 2 F's and a D so far. And now we go to Gianni with Ski or Die.
Ski or Die? Okay. This is kind of like how California games had winter games.
Yeah.
It's basically that. Ski or Die, Ski or Die. I did not even know about this. I'm surprised. I mean, Ultra made this, and they made the Ninja Turtles game, so it's not very right for them to kind of do that. But I'm calling AVG. Even if he hasn't, which I don't think he has,
Yeah.
he could. And there's this one. It's basically a knockoff of Winter Games. It feels like which is kind of not really necessary.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna give it 65.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
2 F's and 2 D's, and now to break the tie here is Scott McVeigh.
Yeah. Copy paste.
Based. Yep.
Yeah, like I said,
Knockoff. Yeah.
it is basically bad knockoff. And once again, skate shop Rodney's for some reason decided to become a snowboard Rodney. I don't know what's going on.
I get no respect on Rodney Dangerfield. Yeah.
And I give no respect to this game, 55.
55. There you go.
He just wants some respect. That's probably why he's on this game.
Yeah. 55. And I think that was a double up, too. Yeah.
I think that's the only reason why he's on this game.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because he wanted publicity. That's it.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, as much as I hate all the Die series, I'd rather spend my money on a Atari skiing game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or the free game from Windows, the Ski Free.
That's right. Skiing, yeah, and just play. I could play Activision skiing all day and never get tired of it. If I was rating that game compared to this piece of trash, man, I would throw it up in the A's, no doubt ever. So in this case, we're going on to the lowest of the lowest of the lowest. We'll double up with a 50 and an F. Yes, another F. Let's average it out, gentlemen.
Oh, this is gonna be I don't know about that.
Oh, yeah.
This is only your 11th F of the night, and it's 56.
The whole series.
Yep.
I'm just glad like the Fs are now growing in the last 2 episodes.
It took forever and a day to get to that second column of Fs.
Yeah.
So 43 episodes later, yeah. We knew we were going to have some humdingers around here, and sure enough, there we have it. All right, that comes now to the end of our second quarter. Time for another top 10. Oh, boy. We had an F before we went to the end of the quarter. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And the Leafs have defeated the Avalanche 2-1.
Oh,
man. I hated it. Lose this one. But keep that reminder, Mark. We're playing tomorrow night against the Rangers tomorrow night. Remember that.
No.
You won the game.
He won
the
against the
Rangers.
Avalanche.
Yeah. There you go. There's your horn there, Mark.
I said we won against the Avalanche. I thought the way you reacted made it sound like we lost.
No, I was giving you a goal horn in honor of your win. But that's also your alarm clock for falling asleep if you ever get into that.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we'll
I
get to
need
that
to make
point, even though I
that
did wake up
Devils,
at 6:30 this morning.
Coffee,
But
man.
in any
Coffee.
case, we're tied now with the Florida Panthers for first in the division.
All right, cool. All right, guys. Now we're going to go to another top 10, and this time we're going to be looking at external parts of a computer. Now, remember, some of these parts might be a little bit older than what we have today. So go farther back on a computer. You might get into the top 10 that way.
Mm-hmm.
On with Brandon Bogard with external parts of a computer, not internal, external.
What's the difference?
External, I think, means like it's outside.
It's on the outside of the computer. It's part of the computer on the outside, but it can also be a component of the computer. It could be a compatible thing of the computer. So number one, if you can get it, it's on you, Mr. Bogard. Can you give me the number one or somewhere on the top 10?
Let's hope I do it right this time. A mouse.
Mouse is good. Number 8. Very good. You got it. You are in. You're good. Yes. Nicely done. But there are 7 that are better than that, and of course, 2 that are worse. Andrew, can you give me an external part of a computer?
Okay, this could be an easy one. It has to be. Well, you have a mouse. Well, what about a keyboard?
A keyboard. Yes, number 7. Oh, one above.
Oh.
Now, Scott, to go 2 for 2.
Let's try a monitor.
Number 6. Okay. And Gianni, take the number 1 answer.
I'll go with about the disk drive.
Let's see. This drive. Well, I don't know. They have it as a jazz drive. I don't know if that's the same.
Jazz drive?
Yeah.
Jazz drive.
What is?
Yeah.
That's probably.
Could somebody look up what a jazz drive is?
I'm doing. I don't know if I can, but I'm doing it.
Okay. If it's the same thing as a disk drive, you would have the number 2 answer.
A removable hard disk storage system.
Disk. Okay. So that's
Yeah, it looks like what I'm looking at. It looks like it's probably just the old name for it.
number 2. Okay, Mark, you have a chance at the number 1 answer for the external part of the computer.
Number 1 to go.
I had the last 3 answers were all going to be my answer, and you guys took them.
Oh.
But there are still, 6 answers left, including the.
I'm like, okay, he takes 1 answer. I'll just have to pivot. Then he takes the next one. I have to pivot. Oh, my God. Oh, okay. The power button.
Oh, the power button. Oh man, I don't think that's on there. No, unfortunately.
Can I
What happens when you steal my
I don't know,
answer?
but
can I take a guess on the number 1 answer, Jason?
Oh my God.
Now wait a minute now. And so, because the number 1 answer was not given, the highest answer goes to Gianni. He gets this.
Yay!
Good job. Okay, Mr. Hawking, since you think you had the number 1 answer, what do you think it is?
I think it's got to be computer speakers, of course.
No, that is wrong. No, that is not. The printer is number 1.
Printer.
Yeah.
If computer towers are number 1, I'll be so shocked.
Speakers were number 5. A scanner was number 4. The zip drive was number 3.
Yeah.
A microphone, number 9. And number 10 was number 1 was the printer.
okay, good.
Number 10 was-
Printer! Oh, why do I even thought that was my second guess?
number 10 was the cords, plugs, and wires.
Oh, I had printer was the number 2, the second guess I had, but why do I didn't say keyboard for?
Well, so Gianni gets that round, and so we have 1 for Scott and 1 for Gianni. Good job, guys.
Statistician, remember that.
Oh, I kept it all down. Don't worry about it.
Yep. Hey, he's proud of himself that he at least gave 1 of the top 10 answers on there. So
Yeah, that's well. You remembered on the computer part than it was before that. That's why.
that's true. All right, guys, let's get back here and get back to the game.
Yep.
Here we go.
Okay, thank God we finished the Skate or Die series and Ski or Die. Golly.
Thank God. Thank God.
I know. Well, next up on the list is Sky Kid.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Sky Kid. All right. This one, let me put it up there. Or do you want me to put it down here so you can see it? Do you want me to put it in the D's or the F's to see it? Would you see it better up there?
Mm-hmm. That'll work.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sky Kid from Namco and Sunsoft, August 22nd, 1986. And this is a scrolling shooter arcade video game. So it was in the arcades there, Steffi.
Yes, they are.
It runs on Namco Pac-Land hardware, but with a video system like that used in Dragon Buster. It is also the first game from Namco to allow 2 players to play simultaneously. It was also released on the Famicom and other ports and consoles. A sequel named Sky Kid Deluxe was released in 1986. And in Japan, Game Machine listed Sky Kid on their January 15, 1986 issue as being the second most successful table arcade unit of the month. Wow. Hey, we go to Andrew Hocking now with a look at Sky Kid.
Well, this game I never heard, and I look at the cover. Okay. That cover's not bad for the cover, so I'm gonna get this one. Scott Special.
$75. All right, the Scott Special. Okay. All right, Mark. Sky Kid.
Yeah, I have not played this one. Sky Kid. Yeah, I've not played this or even heard about it. I'm just gonna give this one a 78.
78. Okay. Good. All right. Now we go to Gianni.
All right. Skyman, huh? Sky Kid.
Sky Kid. Sky Man. That's like Mega Man, right?
Oh yeah. Key buttons there. I hit the wrong key. And it basically is okay. It's Pac-Man. I've not heard of this one. It's an arcade game, so I'm gonna give this. I do like it. What I'm seeing, it looks like something you would see. How they kind of had like modern arcade games, like modern arcade replicas or whatever, like kind of like on mobile. I feel like you could see that on there.
Mm-hmm.
There. I'm gonna give it 82.
82. Okay. Got that. All right. Scott.
Yeah.
Sky Kid.
It's an it is a good arcade title.
Mm-hmm.
I'll let you guys know you can now play it currently, and it's part of the Arcade Archive series.
Mm-hmm.
You can play it on the recent consoles.
Mm-hmm.
The game itself was pretty cute. You shoot down enemies, try to pick up bombs, bomb certain targets. Pretty cool. The fact is, when you're not carrying a bomb, you can actually make loops to go backwards because it scrolls all the way always to the left here, which is kind of unique though for the time.
Yep.
It's kind of fun. I love the music also in the arcade version because I've seen videos of this classic here.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. I'm going to give you an 85 on it.
85. Wow. Okay. Well, let me ask you something, Scott. Was there a level of difficulty on the arcade version compared to the consoles?
I don't think so. I think it was very similar to each other, though.
Oh, okay.
I think it was similar.
Well, yeah. Because, I mean, if you tackle it on the arcade, there's always a chance that for some reason or another, when you play it on the consoles, that the controller always seems to have a little more give and take sometimes.
Right.
Yep. All right, cool. Brandon Bogard, you're up with Sky Kid.
I'm afraid, looking at the gameplay images, I can't really see my main character. Yeah, while I like the front cover very good, I'm afraid on the images on the back cover I can't really see. Yeah, I can't see my main guy. All I can really see on the first image on the left is some kind of poster, a poster that has as either Pac-Man or Kirby looking like Pinocchio.
I'm going to pump it.
Every day.
boy.
I'm gonna,
Yep.
yeah, thank you. I'm gonna have to give this one. I'm still gonna give this one an 81 though.
An 81. Okay. Hey, Andrew, you should give him another Roadrunner on that one. Thank you. Takes right off. Yep. Okay. Now, Sky Kid, huh? That looks like Charles Lindbergh in a hockey puck suit or something.
Whoa.
Wow, Charles Lindbergh. I wonder if Amelia Earhart knew that he was on the cover to get the right.
Dude, I love when Brent Bogart, every time I play that sound, he always get close to the camera after I play that sound.
The Wright brothers, and then there were the Wrong brothers.
Ah!
Why is it we have to resort to calling this person Sky Kid? Did he never grow up in life?
No. They changed the title. Supposed to change the title from Sky Man instead of Sky Kid.
Oh, wait a minute.
Guys, I do have a little bit of information. The main character's name is Baron.
There we go. There's clarified right there.
Now we have some connectiveness to why the whole cover is red. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I tell you, I am just so. I never played the game. I mean, I never heard of this game, and I wonder if it's one of those expensive games because of the fact that it was a hard one to find. In Toys R Us or wherever you buy your NES games.
I'm not sure.
So, yeah, I'm going to say 68. Yeah.
Oh, get the buzz.
Yep, I did. 68. All right, let's see what we have for an average. Ooh. Now this one's actually going in the. This one's going in the C tier, and it doesn't want to move. Look at this thing. Look at this thing. Come on. Get it
Right
there. Get up there. All right. 78.1. I tell you, I'm going to get a new mouse by next week.
Yeah. Before we go to the next one, you have 31 seconds left, Jason.
Yeah, I really milked it, didn't I?
Yeah. I always did that for we have.
All right. Next up. Looks like Sky Shark.
Oh, another one.
Another one with Sky in it. Sky Shark. Software creation.
Another theme one.
Yep. And the cover in the NES one is for the Japanese version. Software Creations, Taito, September 1989. Yep. This one is known as Flying Shark, known as Sky Shark. Is a vertically scrolling shooter arcade video game. Scott. Yep. Another one by Toplon. Thank you. And you also had it in Europe as well too. Controlling the titular biplane. The players must fight endless waves of military vehicles while avoiding collision with their projectiles and other obstacles. The plane has a powerful bomb at its disposal that can clear a portion of the screen of bullets and damage enemies when fired. It was the third shoot-'em-up game from Toplon and their 8th video game overall. Pretty interesting, So they actually called it Flying Shark, but it's also Flying Shark or Sky Shark. Let's see. The reception 735 out of 1,000. Wow, for Ace. A lot of 8s, 9s, and 10s. 8 out of 10, 7 out of 10, 6 out of 10, 73%. Well, they really did get a lot of mixed reviews from a whole bunch of people from their publications. You can check that out on NES as well. Okay, who's up?
That would be Mark.
Mark, okay. Tell us about Flying Shark or Sky Shark.
Well, it's not really much I can say because I have not played this game or even heard of it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm just gonna have to give this a 70.
70. Okay. Barely passing it. All right, Johnny. Sky Shark or Flying Shark.
All right, Sky Shark. Have not heard of this one, but it looks like not what you're expecting. Especially you think you actually see a shark, but no. AVGN would probably bring about that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna let's see. Looks like another one of the kind of overhead shooting games, like 1942, I believe it is. But you're kind of over like water at most
Right.
points. Like I see a ship or whatever. I'm gonna give it. I say I do like the logo on the cover art, so I'll give it that. 86.
86. Okay. We got a high B on that one. Okay, Scott. Sky Shark.
Yep, another good one of those arcade shoot 'em ups here or shmups.
Shmups. Yeah. Shmups. That's your new nickname for those shoot 'em up ones. Shmups.
Well, that does show the official.
Yeah, most
Yeah.
definitely.
That's the official nickname for shoot 'em ups, anyway. By,
Shmups.
yeah. Well, it's good. It's not great. 80.
80? Okay. 80. All right. That's still a B. I mean, you know, you got to figure that one. Okay. Brandon Bogard, Flying Shark or Sky Shark?
I like the graphics, both the front cover and the gameplay images.
Uh-huh.
Is not too familiar with like most of them. Nor do I think this is like a friendly thing for me. I'm gonna give this though a pass, an 83.
An 83. Okay. We got some pretty good scores there. Andrew, you are up with the Flying Shark or Sky Shark.
So I never heard this game. I look at the cover and I was like, okay, well, this could be just different from we had before, like Sky Kid, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So for that, I think Mark already got ahead of me. My score, I'm going to give it a, I'd love to give it a 69.
Oh, gee. Wow.
And Mark already won ahead of me, and one up for Mark, of course. Anyway, it's a 69.
Never I thought I'd seize the day when Mr. Hawking actually went down on the bottom of the pole instead of the top of the pole.
Yeah. Yeah.
Of opinion. Okay. Sky Shark, Flying Shark. You know, if this is compared to 1942, I'd rather play 1942/1943 any time of the day.
Yeah.
Knock off of this again, it tells me that they were just desperate to put another one of those helicopter or shooting games for the, but remember, like Scott says, the arcade version, great, because you can blast some, you can put that thing on free play and have fun with it all day and never walk away from it.
Mm-hmm.
With the console, man, when it comes to price, this was probably one of those overpriced games because 1942/43 was actually reasonable in their pricing. Cover art's got a lot of things going on. It's too confusing for me. 62. Ooh. Yeah. Excuse me. All right, let's average it out. Okay. This one's going in the C tier, an even 75. Wow.
Oh, and there it is.
Special for it. Wow.
There you go.
There you go. All right. 10-19, we're up, and we're up to the next game. And this is a skiing game from the days of the black box games. It's called Slalom.
Yeah.
There it is. Ooh. Love that cover art.
Yeah.
On Slalom, it's put out by Nintendo and Rare, August 1987. This is a skiing sports video game, and it was first released in the arcades in North America for the Nintendo VS system in '86. And as with most Nintendo published games of the era, it was then released for the console in '87 of August, and in Europe later that year. The player races in a series of downhill slalom skiing runs while navigating past flags and obstacles before time expires, kind of like our Atari skiing. It was developed by Tim and Chris Stamper, and its music was composed by David Wise. And upon its original release in the arcade, VS Slalom was reviewed by Claire Edgley, and she praised the innovative ski controls, but she said it lacked staying power and considered it an above-average game without the ski controls. Okay. Interesting. One of them said that it was a rush job, and that did not capture the spirit of skiing. Ooh. Wow. So interesting. Mixed reviews again from this game. Now we go to Gianni.
Okay. I have not heard of this one. And I believe, yeah, it was a black box. So I think one of the most rated black box cover arts. And
Yeah.
we all know how great those are. And I didn't realize they made a Versus. I know about like the Versus series.
Uh-huh.
Did not know about that one. But this is kind of an interesting one. It's kind of another, side scroll. Looks like you're seeing down and you see polar bears, whatever they are. So I'm going to give it an 80.
An 80. Okay. All right. Scott, you're up with Slalom.
It looks kind of simplistic, generic. I know it's an early title though, and yes, even though it's black box, I think it looks weak. Not that good to me though. 70.
70. Oh, just barely passed it. Okay. All right. Mr. Bogard, you're up. Slalom.
So I'm wondering on the back cover, the gameplay images, if it's just a color scheme, really. Well, on top of that, I had to lose several points for me because the back says hit the slopes of Mount Nasty for the challenge of your life.
Oh, Jesus, Mount Nasty. Oh,
Yeah, it says Mount Nasty.
See what I mean, Jason? Do you see what I mean?
I never thought I'd see the day when you put a close up that close, man.
But that's the thing. They lied. There's nothing nasty about this. Mountain Nasty. Come on. That's a lie. But I'm gonna give it 86.
86. Wow. Okay. Oh man. Okay, Andrew, you're up.
Okay, so this game this is much better. This is a much better game than we had before, Ski or Die on that one.
Yeah.
That much better. And for this one, maybe if I find this game, I'll give it a try. So for that, this is the first time in a long time I give my A's, of course. I will get this one 90.
With a Taco Bell. Okay. Now we go to Mark Leota.
Okay.
Slalom.
Wow. Good old game for the winter, I guess.
Yeah, you guys up there in Canada know about it.
Oh, no, yeah.
You invented it, I think. I don't know who invented skiing. The United States. It was a Canadian thing.
Okay. I don't think I've played this. All right. I'm gonna say 78 for this one.
78? Okay. That's cool. You got it. All right. Well, like I said, I was looking at the cover art when we put this thing up there in that area for viewing. And again, I go back to what I said before about any skiing game. Give me Atari Activision skiing, and I will not put the sucker down, not even for a lunch break. This, on the other hand, is too cartoonish. The skiers are not even, they don't even look like the skiers you see on the Atari version. This looks like, I don't know. Oh, okay. What the heck?
Seriously, man.
It
You're making me have
was Brandon Bogart wrote it on the private chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. I was looking at that. Really, I don't understand why they have to put those generic cartoonish Furbies on there or something for skiing. You know, if you're gonna do it outright, put a freaking Pac-Man on there for a change. Do it that way.
Yeah.
60.
I know. Every time when I do and Brent Bogart always get close to the camera.
I mean, come on now. This is one of those games where a slalom, it's simplified skiing, and it's all. Why can't they be like the Atari and just? Yeah.
Let's get the average. Let's get the average before I all go crazy on that one.
Here we go, guys.
And quickly.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
77.3. Oh my goodness. I think we're gonna need a break here. So let's do that.
Yeah, I agree.
Finish. Oh my goodness. Yeah. You know, I look at that and I say to myself, with these skiing games, man, it's crazy. I'll put two of you in timeout if you don't stop. Jesus.
Okay, which one is
Okay, I get it.
Okay.
Guy, control yourself with the sound effects, man.
Woo. Oh.
Okay, let's go ahead now and get this top 10 underway here. The next one is in our third quarter. The title of this one is Things Kids Want to Be When They Grow Up. There are 10 of them.
Oh, okay.
Win this round, okay? So, with Mr. Bogard, you'll give us hopefully one of the top 10 occupations, as they call it, that a kid wants to be when they grow up.
Well, I know one they don't want to be when they grow up.
Okay.
But dare I say, how do I put this? A nurse or a doctor?
Well, either one. I need one. Can't
I'll
be.
just go with doctor.
You got it. Number one. You have it.
Do you know what? I cannot believe that. You know what my guess would have been, Jason?
Wait, what was this top 10? I missed it.
Things want to be when they grow up.
Oh.
And Brendan,
My guess was I would have been if I would have guessed on that one. I would have been say police officer.
well, police officer was number 9.
Ah,
Lawyer is number 2.
Doctor.
Firefighter number 3.
Doctor.
Doctor's number 1. Brandon got it.
Oh, okay.
4 was a mom or a dad, a parent.
oh,
5 was a nurse. So if you would have gave me nurse, you would have not had the number 1 answer there, Bogard.
Well, I'm glad.
Number 6 is a movie star. 7 is a singer. 8 is a teacher. Number 9 is the police officer, and number 10 is an astronaut.
oh! Thank God! Thank God! President is not on the list.
Yeah.
Oh, don't even get me started on that.
See, that was what I said I know they don't want.
Uh-uh.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a quick one there, guys.
Oh man!
Bogart got it. Yep. So he gets one. Matt's got one, and Gianni has one. Good job.
Oof.
All right. Boy. All right, Andrew. Any records for time?
Well, so far, at the out of those two, the second and third quarters, Jason, you finally got one. And let's see, Mark has a total of another 3 more on that one, and Scott another 2 for 2, 2 more on that one for Scott.
All right. Nicely done.
So we got one more quarter left on the final times, and let's get right back to it.
Okay, good job, everybody. Going to the fourth quarter. This is what they call the quarter to end all quarters, as they say. You know.
Yep, that's the one.
Okay. All right, now we're finally getting to a game I recognize. Finally, here we go. Smash TV.
Oh!
Love this game. Software, Acclaim Entertainment, Gianni.
Oh yeah.
In 1991, and this is a game created by Eugene Jarvis and Mark Turmel. Yep, it's a twin sticker shooter in the same vein as 1982's Robotron 2084, which was also created by Jarvis. Yes, the game takes place in a Disneyland television game show in the then future year of 1999, which we've already passed. One or two contestants shoot waves of attackers while collecting money, prizes, and temporary power-ups. Yes. Had a lot of great graphics on this game. The reception was the arcade game was generally well received. Well, that's good to know, Scott.
Oh, yeah.
The Amusement and Music Operators Association gave it the Most Innovative Game Award in 1990. The home conversions received positive to mixed reviews. The Amiga version scored 895 out of a possible 1,000 in the UK. And the Spectrum magazine Crash awarded the ZX version 97%, making it a Crash smash. Wow. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I think this is yours, Scott.
Yes, it is. And I'll be honest with you, I love this arcade game. It is really amazing. Like I said, I loved going to the arcade playing this one. It was a great twin stick shooter here. Love the fact that it was a 2-player machine as well.
Yeah.
This would also be some really cool characters, though. Hard difficulty. I wish I could give this 100 for one, but I cannot for one big reason. The control scheme for the NES is a lot more difficult than you would think. I think you can only play one player with both control pads just to emulate anything close to the arcade experience. Because let's be honest, it's very difficult to do shoot in up to 8 directions. We only have 2 buttons or something like that.
Yeah.
So this is still going to get a 97.
Taco Bell, great job, 97. Okay. All right. Now we have Brandon Bogart with Smash TV.
This to me has to feel like one of the most physically dangerous game shows, and very deadly. I mean, I give it some points for being a game show, but oh my god, I'm afraid I have very mixed views. I'm gonna have to give that a 67.
Oh, okay. Well, like I said, difference of opinion there. All right, Andrew, you got Smash TV to critique.
So I never heard this game, and I think this game almost as familiar as the movie The Running Man, of course.
Yeah, because it was an arena setting. Yep.
Yeah. So I would give a perfect score, so I'm going to subtract one little point of that one. And Scott is absolutely correct on that one. That part is get tricky on that one. So I'm going to give it a 99.
99. Taco Bell for Andrew Hawking.
Oh, 98. I'm sorry, 98. I mean,
I got 99. I'm already locked in.
Okay, I got the wrong card. I'm in 90s. That's why.
That's
yeah,
okay.
you're okay. Yeah, it's really 1 point's not going to really make the difference on the average for you.
Yeah, so 99. That's what it is.
Yeah, go with the 99 and say you're one fry short of
yeah.
All right, where's Mr. Leota? Mark. There he is.
You're up.
99?
99.
What?
Oh, he's doubling up.
There you go, man.
I didn't even start the timer yet.
Do I have a feeling you played this game numerous times and enjoyed very much of it?
Well,
You have it?
I might have it. I don't know if I do have it. I don't know if I have it.
Out of the 50
Holy
games
moly!
he does.
That's,
Well, while
that's
he's looking
never,
for it-
this has never happened before. I didn't even start the timer yet.
Yeah. All right, Johnny, you're up with Smash TV.
I have. Yeah, I've heard of this. No, I actually haven't. You said this was like a TV game show or whatever?
It was like the Running Man with Richard Dawson, that movie. In an arena.
I've never heard of it. But that was probably because it was probably before my time. But I'm not really. You know, I've never really had any heard of this game, but I do like some of this. And it looks pretty cool. I'll probably see some of the gameplay. Actually, yeah, there's this one screenshot of the game I'm looking at. It's like on a pink room, and on like the bottom and the middle, there's like some like something that looks like a face or whatever. I do like that. Oh, it's like the boss, so it moves around. It's one of the bosses. It looks like. I'm gonna give it 75. Scott special.
75. All right, the Scott special.
Yep, there it is.
75. Okay. All right. Now, picture this. Christmas 1993. Christmas Day.
Ooh.
I'm sitting under the tree opening my presents, and what do I get? This game on Christmas Day. My mom's like, I have no idea what to get you, son. So I give you Smash TV. I pop this thing in, and I just start shooting the heck out of everybody.
Well, there
They
you
say
go.
you need for going the opposite direction. I didn't know anything. I'm using the one. Yeah, I'm going up and down, and then I have to curve around to shoot in front of everybody because I can't shoot behind me. And I get my butt kicked, but I'm having so much fun. I love this game. Big money, big prizes.
Oh, I love it.
You gotta love it. You gotta love it.
All right.
What's fascinating about this game? The graphics on the ladies really do show bodacious tatas. Yes, they do. Yep. You ever had two girls and you're in the middle of those two girls on a game, animated game like that? Might as well just hang them up, Harry. There you go. All right. 100. Definitely. 100. Yes.
And
Perfect score.
by the way, I can confirm that I actually do not own a copy of this game.
Okay. I figured maybe with those 50 games out of that, you would have probably had it. But, you know.
Yeah,
it was
I don't, but I've seen like footage of it on YouTube. Lots of fun.
Yeah, and it's quite pricey. It was about $55 at the time, and I think when it came out in what was it? In 1990, my mom didn't. It was probably even more expensive then. That's why my mom got it later.
Yeah.
Later when the price
Basically,
came
waited
down.
until the price dropped a little bit.
Exactly, smart mom, right? There you go. Let's average it out, guys. Here we go. Ooh. Oh boy. Oh man, you guys missed this by 0.5, 89.5.
Wow.
Ooh.
Yes, sir. Going into the bees.
I tell you, on that game, the Smash TV one, Jason,
Yeah.
if I would have bought one on eBay, it would have been starting at almost $15
Wow. $15.
Yeah.
Days now.
on eBay right now.
But Smash TV gets 89.5. It was 0.5 off from being your first day of the night.
Oh, almost got it.
Almost got it. All right. Next up is looks like the Smurfs. All right. La 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 la.
Oh boy.
Oh God. What's the Zombie Nation in Florida? Oh, the Smurfs by Bit Managers and Info Games, 1994. As if the Smurfs had to show up in another NES game. I remember my first one was with the ColecoVision. Oh boy, yeah. The original release date was 1993 or 94. It's a platform based on the popular series. It was also originally released by Info Games for the Game Boy. Yep. And they were the only ones released outside of Europe, the Game Boy and the Master System. Wow. So it was one of the first games available in more than one language, selectable by the player. It could be played in either English, French, Spanish, German, and Italian. Huh. They really did it worldwide, I tell you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, my goodness. So there were a lot of Smurf games, but the original Smurfs, yeah. That's all I have on info on it as far as that's concerned. So we go back to the top of the order with Brandon Bogart.
So this seems like everything the Smurfs stand for, except for like one of the gameplay images, and then like on another one of the gameplay images, unfortunately, one of them looks like a flying. It looks like a flying squirrel.
Smoke weed every day.
I'm not talking about one of the Smurfs. I'm talking
Yeah.
but it looks
Flying
very
squirrel?
but it still looks very, very solid to what it's supposed to be. Oh shoot! And I forgot.
What'd you forget?
All right, looks like I'm gonna have to do this for the rest of the thing. Okay, that's better.
Ah, there we go.
That was easy.
Wow.
Yes, it was. It was. I'm going to give this a 94.
Whoa!
Whoa. Okay.
Oh, we got a Taco Bell. Forget about the regular bell. We go with a Taco Bell. Oh my God! 7-layer burrito. Andrew Hocking with the Smurfs.
Burrito.
So the Smurfs. I love the Smurfs when I watched the cartoon version a long time ago when I was little. But I never played that version of the game before. And of course, that's also they have the movie version in the in 2000s, late 2000s, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So and for that, get ready for the Taco Bell song, Jason, because I'm too shy of a taco, and I'm gonna go with 98.
98. You got it.
This time I get it right. This time I'll get it right. This time.
You got it. Mark Leotas, the Smurfs.
I don't think I've played this one. I've never played it. Good cartoon show though.
Oh yeah.
I want a 90.
No, another Taco Bell. Oh, okay. Mr. Pizzy, what do you have to say about the Smurfs?
I've heard from this game, of course, for the Smurfs. I never grew up with the television show, but I remember seeing, I think, there's like a live action or animated movie. It came out in like 2010 when I was like 8 years old, I think. So
Okay.
I do remember that. But I think I knew about there being an NES game, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they were very popular in the 80s, so how could they not be? I'm going to give it... From what I'm looking at, I can't find that many informations about them.
No, there's very, very few information because it's almost based on everything
Yeah.
earlier times, like from ColecoVision or from.
I'm seeing some of these I feel like some of the backgrounds, whatever you've seen before.
Yeah,
I think they also looks like they also made it for the SNES, which looks like has much better graphics.
probably and better.
That
music.
version also looks like it was from a PC game, made back in the 90s. Those old games.
Yeah, that's possible.
Anyway, I'm gonna give this. Let's do it. It's my first one of the night. 100.
Oh, perfect score! Wow, 100.
And you got the full Taco Bell with everything on it.
That's right.
Now let's see what our retro arcade man boy has to say about it. The Smurfs.
Okay. This version never played.
Mm.
However, I have played a game of the Smurfs from years before this when it was on the ColecoVision.
Right.
Yes, and that was a pretty interesting little simple side scroller with that hint of platform. Not too much. It was still fun.
Yeah.
And then also I remember seeing a version of Smurfs available for Sega CD, also from Europe as well. So a lot of the games that for Smurfs did not really come out into the States that much. However, looking at this one, I'm seeing a few shots. It looks kind of neat here. 85.
85. You got it.
The mid-Bs. The mid-Bs.
I tell you. And for all of the old time's sakes, as they say, this is basically one of those situations where everything goes right. Smurfs was a huge collector's item back in the day, Scott. You know about collecting the little miniature figures, right?
I remember those, yeah.
Yeah, my mom had a whole collection. In fact, we still have that collection somewhere in the house, I would imagine.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, I played that ColecoVision Smurf Rescue in Gargamel's Castle. I loved it. Great music. It sticks in your head. Great side scrolling. This probably an overpriced one for the NES because the ColecoVision games were very well priced, between about $15 to $25.
Yeah, that's how most of the game cartridges were back then. So there you go.
Yeah, so I had a lot more. I had my first console was a ColecoVision before even Atari. After Atari, cover art, I don't like it. It stinks. It's too much. It's like the cartoon. I would rather watch a cartoon than play this game.
Yeah.
So 65. Yeah. Woo. I know. Because we're basing it off if this was a ColecoVision, different story. Yeah. Let's average it out and see what we have. Okay. Wow, this one's going in the B tier, guys. 88.6. Wow. Okay. Get it up there. There it goes. Right in the B tier.
And of course that, yeah.
1.4 off for another A. Boy, you guys are close. Ugh. All right.
Actually, going to go a whole episode without a single A.
Huh? Signal A.
This is our first single. We haven't gotten any of this.
No, we haven't gotten an A yet in this episode. So now we're getting concerned that we're going to go for the whole show without one. I don't remember that ever happening.
Yeah. The last time you guys got an A was Side Pocket, which was last week.
That was last week, yeah.
Okay, let's go back and get more on the S games here. Let's see what we have next. Looks like Snake, Rattle, and Roll. Ooh.
I know this one.
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and see about this one. This is put out by Rare and Nintendo, July 1990. Very popular. Platform video game. And features two snakes, Rattle and Roll, as they make their way through 11 3D isometric levels. Yep, the object is to navigate the obstacles in each level and eat enough nibbly pibblies to ring a weigh-in bell located in the level, which will allow the snakes to exit. It can be played by one or two players simultaneously. Yep. And, this looks like almost like Crystal Castles back in the days. Huh. Interesting. This one received a preview coverage in 90 by Nintendo Power. The preview said that the game defies description and that it would appeal to people who have enjoyed games such as Cuber and Adventures of Lolo. The game was featured in the magazine's September-October 90 issue, which featured a walkthrough of the game's first three levels. The UK-based magazine Mean Machines, where it received high praise from editors Matt Reagan and Julianne Ringnall. Yeah. So they gave it a pretty high score. Another one from the German side of it. Nibbly Pibblies. What a name. Oh, boy. That's cute. All right. Was actually appears on the Xbox One in the compilation Rare Replay. Did you know that?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Everybody has an Xbox. Yep. Okay, who we starting off with this time?
Me,
Andrew.
back to me.
All right, bro, you're up with Snake Rattle and Roll.
So I never heard this game, and if I find this game, I'll give it a try. And I love the cover. You can't beat this cover. That's why. So for this one, I'm going back to score what I had way before, and it is.
Perfect score, 100. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right, Mark. Snake Rattle and Roll.
Snake rattle roll. It's very popular shake rattle roll.
Yep.
That's how it was renamed for that. There you go.
Yep, from the Elvis. Yep.
Oh, that is a cool looking snake there on the cover. Oh, I really hope we get an A with this. And I think to help out that cause, a 98.
98 for the Taco Bell. Yoo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Okay. All right, Johnny, Snake Rattle and Roll.
Okay, this looks like a kind of weird one, I feel like. It almost feels like if you ever play Kirby's Dream Course, I mean, I know it's not similar gameplay, but the game, the kind of maps kind of look similar, I think. You're playing as a snake trying to get, maybe it is golf, I don't know.
Maybe.
But in that case, it would be similar. But I don't know what they were thinking. James would say the same thing, I'm sure. Although I think we need to think about that. You need to get this is sound, but that's a different story. I'll give it. How do we buzz it or do it? Well, I'm gonna buzz it. 64.
Ooh, 64. Oh man, 2 buzzers. All right, Scott, Snake Rattle and Roll.
I liked this game here. This is actually pretty fun. I've seen people playing this game on videos here. Looks like it's very well done. And if Rare did it, they've done a lot of great titles, including the Battletoads, the aforementioned pinball tables we did earlier this whole season here as well.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, Rare knows how to do games, especially on the old NES. This one is a 90.
A 90, another Taco Bell. Good job. All right, Brandon Bogard, you're up with Snake Rattle and Roll.
Oh my! Oh!
Smoke weed every day.
Allow me, Jason.
Oh, you want
Oh! This is first time tonight. That one.
Oh boy.
Is so many complaints I have. I don't have time to list all of them. I'm gonna still list them right here.
Oh! No way!
Wow. They have to gain weight? Wait a minute. I didn't know they were skinny dudes.
They're told they have to gain weight.
Oh, wow. I don't even see any nibbly pibblies on the.
Say what?
What does Bigfoot have to do with it, Bogart, on number 4?
There's something on the front, both on the front cover and on the back cover that says something about Bigfoot.
Oh, I see it. Oh, I see it on the cover. I see it.
Okay.
All of this is why I give it the lowest 50.
Oh!
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, let's get right there we go. Man.
And the first 50 from you, I think, ever in this game tonight. I don't know. You know, I like Q*bert very much. In fact, my mother was the Q*bert champion. In fact, my grandmother was the Q*bert champion. I was average, but I love Q*bert. This is a knockoff of Q*bert. I mean, you know, probably an overpriced Q*bert because Q*bert was for Coleco. Played on the ColecoVision more. I never played this game. I probably would enjoy it because it looks like Crystal Castles to me with spaces and the way that it jumps around. Now, if they would have named it after Coily, that would have been really cool. But then there would have been a conflict of interest. So in this case, I'm just going to give it the Scott special of 75. I'm nice enough to do that. I'll pass it, but I tell you what, I just don't see it. This is going to be our final game of the night, gentlemen. So let's see what we got.
Mm-hmm.
God, we're out of this one.
Okay. Well, this one's going in the C tier, 79.5. And just missed it by 0.5 on the 8 on the Bees. And that's the end of the game. Let's shut it down. All right, go ahead and save this. When we come back next week, we'll pick up with Snake's Revenge. Ooh.
The entire episode without a single game in the A column.
Yeah, I know. Is that a first for us tonight, statistician?
I think.
Dang,
I don't
know.
keep
That might
track.
be a
I
first.
just keep track of how many games we've graded. But I did keep track of the number of points that we've gotten in the top 10s.
Yeah, let's go ahead and how many games did we grade tonight there, statistician?
We have now graded in total 548 games.
Wow.
God, we got that last one out of the way. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
And we still have 162 more NES games to grade. Now I ask you, Jason, do you think you want to finish this before the summer comes? Do you think that's gonna happen?
I would hope so.
I feel like there's a chance.
If we can average about 10 to 15 games a week, I think we should be there. Now we are taking the week of Easter off, but that's not until April 20th. So we still have we still have 2 more weeks in March and 3 more weeks in April. So that's 5 weeks.
Yeah.
Actually, Jason, there's only one Wednesday left of this month, of course. That's the 26th.
Okay. So we got 1 more week in March and then we go into April. Wow.
Yeah.
I would like us to get done before season 2 ends. I mean, that's a good goal to achieve. But if it doesn't happen,
when will season 2 end even?
Season 2 will end on June 1st, whenever June 1st is, or the first.
Let me double check. Let me double check for you. June 1st
That's
will
a Sunday, I believe. That's a Sunday.
June 1st is a Sunday. Okay, so it'll be before Memorial Week. Yeah. Well, our last show will be.
You beat me to it. You beat me to it.
Yeah, we'll be in May. So that'll be the end of our.
So anyways, before we go, final times on the 4th quarter, and the only person who got all 3 was Mr. Leota. Got all three, and that's the end of the timekeeper for till next week.
Okay, final top 10 of tonight, gentlemen. Okay. And so far, Brandon Bogart's got 1, Scott and Gianni. Let's see if Mark or Andrew can get 1 tonight. All right. So this top 10 on the 4th quarter is things you get done at the dentist.
Oh.
So again, we start with Mr. Bogart. Can you go 2 for 2 on the number 1 answer?
I would probably say whatever. I don't even know how they're pronounced, but like the cleaning of your teeth.
The cleaning of your teeth is number 2. That one will hold water if nobody gives the number 1 answer. So now, Mr. Hawking, you can actually upset this and get 1 here and go out with bang,
Yeah, before the cleaning, you want to say open wide. Say
Well,
That's not really a thing you get done.
no, that we need more specific than that. Yeah.
oh. Open your mouth. Open your mouth, of course.
No, that's way off. No,
Ah.
you're way off there, Hawking. Sorry about that. Can't give it to you because it's not on the list.
Ah.
Yeah. All right, Scott. What do you say for the number one?
Get a cavity fixed.
Filling. You got it. There it is.
Oh. That's two for Scott. That's two for Scott.
That is the one. Yep.
3 of these I didn't even get to guess.
Filling was number one, and the cleaning was 2. Root canal was number 3. Fluoride treatment number 4. X-rays was number 5. Bridges number 6. 7 was a bleaching. You know, when you get your teeth whitened.
Oh.
Bleaching, but then there was 8 was bleaching or whitening. Yep. And number 9 was floss, and number 10 was plaque removal.
Oh.
Yep.
So that's that. Yeah.
Wow. So at the end, Andrew and Mark tied at 3rd place. Gianni and I tied at 2nd place, and Scott won it and 2.
Yep. So far, that's great. We'll have
Yeah,
another top
Dolphrino,
10.
I didn't even get to guess.
Well, like I said, once the number one answer is
Actually, you
exposed,
did on the second one.
Well, yeah, but I didn't get the number 1.
no. But once the number one is exposed, the game is over because you're going for the number one answer, like Family Feud. Okay. But like I said, if no number one is given, the one with the highest, like in Gianni's case, where he gave the number 2, he won that round because nobody gave a number one answer. So there are some rules in there, stations, but overall you guys did great. I mean, this was fun.
Yeah.
It was real fun. So next week we'll be back here, same time, same sandbox, as they say.
Yeah.
And like I said, we'll continue our look at the NES games with the letter S. And episode number 50 is upon us, gentlemen. Wow.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Month of March with the 50th episode.
Yeah.
And if you have not subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do so. We would love to have you as part of our ever-growing family. We're at 102 subscribers now, gentlemen. So please tell everybody about Jay's All TV and Sports Channel. We'll see you all next week, as they say. Till then, the Tier Masters, and I'm Jason DeCanio. Have a great night. Bye-bye. Yeah.